All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Catalyst Energies. My name is Dee. Thank you for joining me. I am so grateful that we're all here. This is your daily Catalyst Astrology for July 16th to 2020. I got so distracted just looking at the date. All right. Here is our chart for today. Our moon now is in Gemini. The sun is moving from 24 to 25 degrees Cancer. We are getting more willful. In fact, the Sabian symbol for this degree is a willful, hold on, let me find it because it's important that I read these correctly. A willful person is overshadowed by a descent of superior power. Not only are we willful, but now we're getting providence, right? The mantle of power, inner strength and endowment. So it's not only just about us now, we're being endowed by some sort of higher power in our willfulness to uh, in our willfulness to be successful, and not just external success, but like spiritual success. So this is a really good degree to be at today. There's a big lift. Yesterday was so intense. Not only did we have that opposition to Pluto retrograde, oh my god, with the moon in Taurus, usually that is a really, really nice. She loves to be in Taurus. She's exalted in Taurus. She's powerful in Taurus. But there was something about it that really had us digging in, especially because there was all the trine to the Capricorn energy that is really, really a big struggle for so many people right now, because this is our actual matrix of reality being renegotiated and just excavated and destroyed, essentially. So having the moon embed itself, having that part of ourselves identify with the physical medium and like really the digging the heels in materially felt very strong yesterday. And now that the moon has moved into Gemini, there's been a lift. If you're having crazy dreams, a lot of people are reporting this right now, a lot, or nightmares even. It's part of this process right now. The mind and the subconscious mind is processing all of these things, especially with nightmares. It's processing all of our fears. It's processing all of the stuff that we're uncomfortable with, that we haven't really come to terms with in waking life, and to allow this process to happen and not to be too scared of it. Okay. Like even, I haven't had nightmares in a long time. I used to have very consistent reoccurring nightmares. And then when I started dealing with my trauma and what they were connected to, they went away. And for me, I'm even having nightmares about stuff. So it's really just a kind of a collective purge and a collective detox and processing things out in a deep subconscious way collectively. So it's okay. It's okay that it's happening, and try not to get too wrapped up in the nightmare and thinking that it's prophetic necessarily, as much as it is a collective purging out of all of this toxicity. The moon is sextile exactly today to Mars and Chiron retrograde in Aries. And this is, again, we have the moon in Gemini, so it's mutable air. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the magician, right? This is the logos. This is the realm of endless thought and idea, and the fact that this is where we create from, right? The magician is able to put will into action in some ways, but it is being able to direct and be in the flow of the mental state. And Gemini, moon in Gemini, there's a lot of flakiness here, but there's a lot of insatiable curiosity and not willing to really make a decision about anything emotionally. So, but this is a nice placement for today. You can really feel the lift and the possibility, right? There's endless possibility with Gemini, and so the moon being here is kind of giving us a chance, especially after this opposition with Pluto retrograde that we're just coming off of with the sun. It feels like it's giving us some hope, and at the same time also just letting the program of all of these thoughts in the subconscious realm to just move. It's like a defrag of the hard drive, right? And it's like a disk cleanup as well. So it's okay. And then with the sextile to the Aries energy, it is allowing us to take the courage and the boldness and being able to face fear that especially in Mars and Aries, this is the Emperor energy here. And then with Chiron in retrograde, as well as Aries, with the deep wounding of the self now being turned inward and being directed at us each individually. We can't really ignore it anymore, right? It's really supporting this process where the moon is not only feeling a little bit, how do I say this? It's the nosedive, right? It is the airplane making the nosedive. So the plane is having this transcendent, higher picture, and is now taking a really sharp turn to bring this back down to earth. And also this newly opened land, right? The new possibilities that come along with moving into the second decan of Gemini specifically. This courage and this ability to, see all of the potential of what we could create is very much supporting this moon space that is allowing us to not only defrag our subconscious, but also at the same time to see the possibilities, to feel the possibilities. I think that this is a very positive and optimistic moment, and we're being supported by the Aries, especially Mars. That is, again, this is the Emperor. This is facing all that we fear and still moving forward, especially with, and in Chiron too. It's not an easy time, but at the same time with the moon in Gemini, like I said, there's a real lift here in terms of the ideas that we are engaging with. And the moon is our subconscious and the dream realm. So don't be surprised about all of this dream stuff that's coming up. Like I said, it's a defrag and a disc cleanup in the subconscious. That means the moon is also going to be conjunct with Venus, probably late tonight into early tomorrow morning as well. And then you have the two aspects of the divine feminine coming together in the realm of the magician. So this will also be a very nice connection where it'll make it into, this defrag and this emotional, intuitive relationship to our mind and the dream state and the subconscious is going to be brought to what it is we value in our relationships, in our resources, and what is beautiful and harmonious to us. So this is going to be nice too. Now, Saturn retrograde has moved into the next degree, right? 28 degrees, 58 minutes of Capricorn. This is a woman reading tea leaves, okay? This is actual clairvoyance. This is being able to see the hidden meaning in the world around us. Okay, and with Saturn here, it is going to become very real. Now the quincunx is with the nodes. We have a north node in Gemini. This is our collective karmic destiny as a planet. This is where the soul of our planet is heading for its evolution, which is the first mockingbird of spring. And then also it's quincunx, the south node as well in Sagittarius. A quincunx is an inconjunct, right? There's no way to resolve it or even to get, even like with a square, there's, at least an exact angle here. With this quincunx, it is like the square peg in a round hole. There is nothing about this that fits, and it requires an adjustment. This Saturn retrograde at this next degree in Capricorn is about to bring to the forefront in a way that is unavoidable all of the symbolism. Oh my gosh. Yeah, all of the symbolism that has real meaning. And something to keep in mind too is that now that Saturn is at this degree, this is in opposition to where the new moon will be, which is more about the intuitive process of weighing alternatives. Whereas here, with the woman reading the tea leaves, the divination process requires a reading of some aspect of the reality outside of us, the physical reality. So the tea leaves, the bones, the runes, the tarot cards, it is reading the world around us and seeing the hidden meaning. So that's why I bring up symbolism this is going to become very real. It's going to solidify in a way that we cannot ignore. Saturn is retrograde, which also means that Saturn's going to come back over this territory later, when Saturn is direct, and then it'll have a totally different meaning. But for now, it's going to be, again, in the subconscious realm, within us, and maybe something that we don't quite see fully yet because Saturn is retrograde, but it's definitely there. And it is not fitting with where the nodes are right now, which is, pointing us to the song that we can weave based on all of the other elements that that the mockingbird is able to pick up and imitate and weave together. Because there's no weaving together of these, in Capricorn. It is so dense and is so structured that it's really just about seeing what is based on that structure, whereas the nodes are giving us a view of what it is we can actually create with vibration. This is, again, Gemini is the realm of the lovers, of course, but Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, and this is the magician. And it's interesting that Mercury not only rules Gemini, but also rules Virgo. So there is a mastery here of the realm of the logos, of the mind, of ideas. And this quincunx is not, the Saturn moves slow, the nodes move slow. So this quincunx is going to be active for a hot minute here, but it is exact today. So keep that in mind, that we will need to adjust something, but always this adjustment allows for a new understanding. So that's something else to keep in mind. Yeah, just the Gemini moon today is a nice lift, and it allows us to get into not only our minds, but into our subconscious mind, and to allow us to feel out new potentials, new lands, new possibilities. And we are being activated, if we so choose, by the courage of Mars in Aries, and also what we are learning with Chiron retrograde in Aries about our deep wounding. We can really resolve these as we engage with the subconscious mind in the realm of ideas. So this is where the dream state is really going to be active. So the moon will move through Gemini all day today, going to meet up with Venus, like I said, tonight into tomorrow as well, and is going to square, actually is then going to square Neptune as well. So just keep that in mind, that once the moon gets closer to the North Node, is going to square Neptune in Pisces, which is also retrograde. And so that's going to be an interesting moment of, mastering our subconscious versus trusting and surrendering to the collective experience as well. And not only surrendering and trusting the collective experience, but trusting and surrendering to the beginning of a new cycle that is coming, right? We don't see it yet. We just have to trust that it's coming based on our own intuition and our own inspiration and the muse, right? And so that's very much what the new moon is going to be about, is that muse and the inspiration that comes from that. So that's the Daily Catalyst for today. Everything you need is in the description box below. Reach out if you're interested in a reading. I do the Daily Medicine Intuitive read live on Facebook, usually right after I post these astrology videos, so you can check that out as well. Donations are humbly accepted, and you can find that information in the description box below. And I will see you tomorrow for the Daily Catalyst Astrology.